beach condo can make a lot of sense. It is a pretty carefree investment. Obviously, the HOA takes care of all of the exterior maintenance, landscaping, etc. And you can vacation for a couple of weeks a year at the beach with all the amenities and then rent it out when you're not here. Oftentimes they will have a management company that handles the complex, or you can choose to do it yourself, managing those bookings. And it can be a great way to have a beach condo that you keep in the family, but then it pays for itself through rental income. So why are investors a little bit skeptical of condos these days? Let me give you an update on what's going on with condos in Florida. Florida condo associations are now required to complete a structural integrity study for buildings that are 3 or more stories high. The initial study had to be completed by the end of 2024 and then completed every 10 years for each building on the condo property that is 3 or more stories high. This is actually a good thing as it serves as a budget planning tool, and it helps to ensure the association has sufficient funds for future maintenance and repairs. The other things investors often talk about is the HOA fee and assessments. We like to consider past meeting minutes to see if any assessments might be coming down the line. For the HOA fee, it likely includes many items you'll be paying for anyway. The HOA fee here at Ocean Villas is $715 a month. This includes exterior insurance, internet, cable, pest control, pool maintenance, and landscaping. Short-term rentals in condos can be restricted, and those restrictions could change depending on the HOA. Now, the question is, do they make sense for short-term rentals? Let's talk about demand. There is no shortage of people who want a vacation at the beach. Especially here in Florida, people flock here most of the year to enjoy the surf, sun, and beach restaurants. Pools, gyms, security, and other shared features can also add appeal to guests. By the way, if you're thinking about buying or selling here in Florida, I'm a real estate agent and my contact details are below. But condos do make sense for short-term rentals in the right markets, especially here at the beach. Vacation markets with proven short-term rental demand can be great for condos. Some of these complexes, like here at Ocean Villas, have management companies that you can turn the keys over to and they take care of everything. This makes it pretty seamless to rent when you're not here. Snowbirds are a key market for beach condos and provide regular seasonal bookings in the winter and early spring. These can be month-long bookings, however, and longer stays like this will not be at your base nightly rate and are generally discounted for the length of time, such as 1 to 2 months. So let's go over financials for short-term rentals. To assess financials, you'll want to consider the entire year of bookings. This particular condo is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom and has been a good rental for the owner. But keep in mind when looking at financials for any condo, many owners use the property from time to time themselves or for family. So you need to do your own due diligence. There is definitely a lower entry price point than what you'd have to spend to get a beach house. Compare this condo at $525,000 to the average home near the beach side of the A1A, which would start around $1.2 million. Now granted, that would be for a 2-bedroom house at 1,500 square feet versus a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. With a gross revenue of $48,000 less the money needed for management fees and repairs, you could be netting just under $30,000. Now, many of our condo purchases are cash purchases, so the interest rate and the mortgage would not apply to some investors. However, with a mortgage and 20% down, the payment would be $4,161 a month, inclusive of the HOA fee. So the property would need to earn at least $50,000 a year, and that wouldn't cover any reserves, repairs, or short-term rental supplies. So this brings into question how to optimize this, and could it be made to earn more? Currently, for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit, AirDNA is projecting a 59% occupancy rate, an ADR of $217, and about $46,000 in annual revenue. Now, every condo is different, and experienced short-term rental investors will know that optimizing does depend on many factors, including styling, decor, management, marketing, listing photos, and the owner's overall strategy. Contact me for more information on how to optimize your short-term rental. Aside from operating costs, investors also like to look at tax implications and write-offs. So let's look at what you should ask to see if you're considering buying a condo. We like to look at the past 3 months of meeting minutes. We always check the bylaws for short-term rentals and rental rules. You should ask for the current year and projected financials. Are they collecting enough to pay their bills, and are they paying their bills? Ask about any lawsuits that might be pending. Look at the reserves and consider, would you vacation here? Do they allow short-term rentals? And assess HOA fees to see what is covered. Condos require more diligence and are often less flexible than other property types. The HOA's rules and financial health are as important as the unit itself. So as you can see, owning a beachfront condo here in Florida can make a lot of sense if you like to vacation at the beach, and perhaps if you're considering doing it a short-term rental for the rest of the time and managed by yourself or a management company. If you got something out of this video, I would love it if you could like and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Would you invest in a condo here in Florida after hearing what I've had to say today? Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.